Hi guys, Nate here at MyMod, back again with another GTA series video. This week we're looking at the Nightclub, and I'm going to go through with you guys just exactly how it operates and what you can do in order to maximize the potential of the Nightclub. For me, the Nightclub is the cumulative piece to the puzzle. It adds the layer of sweet icing on the cake and completes your business enterprise operation. So it's definitely a video that you want to be looking at. Stay tuned and we'll discuss all the details in a moment's time.
Soul making, sound shaking, earth quaking, change.
So, the Nightclub. As I mentioned earlier, the cumulative piece to the puzzle. For me, the USP, of the Nightclub is its ability to generate a massive amounts of passive income by doing absolutely nothing. And yes, you heard it correctly. In a fashion that's really not typical of Rockstar, the arcade passively generates income for you so that you can enjoy some of the lighter, more enjoyable aspects of GTA Online instead. The Nightclub actually has two main functions. One is to maintain a popularity meter for the Nightclub, and the other is to front the Nightclub to run other businesses. It gets a little complicated, but allow me to explain. There is an internal computer, as with any business type in the Nightclub office, that is your access point to manage this business. It's a bit difficult to find actually, but if you go up the stairs in your Nightclub, opposite the upstairs bar, you're going to find a door that's being patrolled by a security guard. Just head into there and you will find, hopefully, Tony in there working. A little office, a little bar area, and two computers. Now the computer that you want is the one that has the pink screen on it. So the Nightclub management allows you to promote your club to increase the amount of passive income you receive. These are done in the form of small missions. One example is to fly a blimp across LS and play loud music to encourage visitors, which I thought was actually quite a fun little mini game. So the resident DJ option allows you to pick up your DJ, and this will change the music style in your Nightclub. The first time you acquire your DJ, the popularity bar will max out for a limited time. This helps generate quick popularity growth very quickly, but comes with a price of hiring the DJ, of course. If you've interchanged DJs that you've already hired, it doesn't boost the popularity up in the same way that it did when you first hired them. So the wall slave is completely separate in terms of the warehouse management side of things, which I'll discuss in just a second. But there's a wall safe that sits within your office, just opposite your computer. And from this you can generate up to a limit of $80,000 per day, I believe, or maybe per week in-game. And then that can be taken out and used as expendable cash. I often use the wall safes from my businesses to cover the utility bills that I have to pay when I jump online, because I think I'm, at this moment in time, spending around about 10 to 15 grand's worth of utility bills just for all the businesses that I have on the game. Providing that you have a decent portfolio of businesses under your wing, at this point, I would go ahead and buy all the storage floors and all of the technicians, because what you can do with the technicians is assign them to businesses that you already own around GTA Online. And what they'll do is actually start to generate income from those businesses to be stored in your Nightclub warehouse. These are the business types that you can assign technicians to: special cargo warehouse, gun running bunker, cocaine lockup, meth lab, weed farm, counterfeit goods, and money laundering. The businesses that are not applicable are the facility, the arcade, and the vehicle warehouse. So there's some really important things that you need to know about the technicians and about how you assign them to what businesses. If you do not have the individual business properties, your Nightclub technicians will not work or generate income for the Nightclub. If you do not have these individual business properties, your Nightclub technicians will not work or generate income. If your business is shut down and not running, they will not be able to generate money for the Nightclub. If you have a business but haven't assigned your Nightclub technicians to them, your nightclub won't generate income. To make this slightly more complicated, but it is seen as a benefit, the money generated from the nightclub technicians is completely separate to the money generated through the individual business ventures. So if you sold your meth stored in the nightclub, it does not sell the stock that you have acquired from your actual meth lab. So selling goods through the nightclub gives you the freedom in that you can decide which stock type you want to sell at any particular moment. There's also opportunities to sell for specialized orders that grant you bigger payouts and bonuses, and that acts in a similar way to specialized orders in the vehicle warehouse. The button which you'll most likely be using is the Sell All Goods button right at the bottom, which gives you the sell price for everything that you have to offer in your stock space. Upgrades allow you to increase the efficiency of your warehouse operation through equipment upgrades. This is recommended for optimization of the business. The staff upgrades prevent your nightclub's popularity from dipping too quickly, which can stabilize your nightclub's takings, but is not essential. Considering the hefty price you pay, it's probably not worth it. And the security upgrade will prevent your nightclub being raided, and in my opinion, this is probably the biggest waste of money. So in any other business circumstance in GTA, I would tell you to avoid the superficial and the cosmetic upgrades, as they can be, a huge waste of money. But with regards to the nightclub, it kind of makes sense to add a creative touch and splash out maybe a little bit. What the nightclub offers is a chance to show off and give your enterprise a personal touch that, it may deserve. And if you're at this point in your progression, it kind of makes sense for you to, purchase optional extras. If you're watching this video, you've probably got all of the other businesses in GTA Online, and you're just looking to add the icing on the cake. So you're probably in a good financial position. So what's to say that you don't want to maybe splash out just a little bit on your nightclub to make it look a bit fancier? What I really would suggest that you spend money on, first of all, of course, is the stock space of your nightclub. Up to 5 floors of it. Purchase all 5 and you'll maximize the amount of money that you can store in your nightclub. You're given the first 4 for free. And this is where your delivery vehicles are stored as well, which I'll go into a bit later on. You can also buy 4 additional floors of garage space if you want to store your cars there. Why not? But for me, I've got plenty of garage space elsewhere with apartments and offices, so really no need for me to buy additional floor space, so I'll be leaving that. Nightclubs also give you the space to store a Terrorbyte as well. If you have a nightclub, then you can buy a Terrorbyte, which will automatically be stored here in a special floor reserved for it. You don't have to buy this floor, I believe. When you get the Terrorbyte, there's a new floor that's added for you. And you can't buy the Terrorbyte without buying the nightclub. So that's kind of a catch-22 there in typical Rockstar fashion. But the Terrorbyte is actually a very useful tool that I use for my single-player money-making techniques. So maybe that's an option for you to purchase in the future as well. So basement level 1 stores a free Vapid Speedo, which is a little van that comes free with the purchase of your nightclub, and this can sell stock up to a certain level, the smallest level. At maximum capacity, the nightclub will require you to purchase a Pounder Custom from Warstock that can deliver the maximum amount of goods in one drop. The greatest thing about the nightclub is that the sell missions are delivered in a car that is completely customizable to you, and in a way prepare for the inevitable griefing that will ensue. So the greatest thing about the nightclub is that the sell missions are delivered in a car that is completely customizable. Customizable in a way that you can really defend yourself from griefers as well. You can adjust armor, you can add cannons, mines. You could give a co-op player a chance to man a grenade launcher at the rear of this Pounder Custom as well. So these assets, really we could have wished for when, selling weed from those crappy delivery trucks. But, there you go. Maybe that'll be implemented in the future, or maybe adjusted for the upcoming expanded and extended version of GTA Online coming in November. Hint, hint. But location for the nightclub isn't as much as a priority as it is with other business types for me. I govern my decision on what part of LS would look cool enough to own a nightclub. So if you're really that concerned about efficiency for the cell missions, try to avoid the nightclubs at the most southern points of the map. So in the docks area, the industrial area, the southern part of Los Santos. The reason for that is that if you are selling your stock from your nightclub, you're going to have to drive all the way through the city up north to deliver, probably out in the country. So just consider that. You know, you kind of want a nightclub that you can get out into the country instantly and not get caught up with the riffraff that hangs around in Los Santos. Some little cool things that you can do with your nightclub as well is that you can select an entrance fee for your nightclub, so that visiting online players will be required to pay in order to gain entry. If you speak with the coat lady at the entrance of your nightclub, you can adjust the price yourself, and you can also determine the dress code for your nightclub as well. I kind of leave the dress code. And one last thing that's worth mentioning about the nightclub is that if you ever see the words business battle pop up when you're free roaming across Los Santos, and you'll see like a gold crate or a green crate on the map, then these are kind of like live event supplies that you can pick up that aren't owned by anybody else in the map. They're free for all, so anybody that can get to them first and deliver them back to their nightclub will earn the stock. With that being said, guys, that's kind of all of the information I've got to give you on the nightclub. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative. Please tell me if it wasn't. Leave a comment, a like or a dislike. You know, we want to know what you guys think about our videos and whether we can adjust them to make them better for you in the future. So by all means, leave your opinion, your comment. I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next one.